get my little video going here. All right, what brains? So many workouts. Today we're gonna go to a good morning. We're gonna go to a right side circuit after we get warmed up. We have a left side circuit, so definitely one of those days. We actually haven't done a full right side, full left side in quite a while. So today I don't want to worry about stability or instability or balancing, but I'll show you the exercises that if you want to incorporate that stuff in. Next week we'll get back to a little more of that balancing and again instability or being unstable, and of course your body works hard to get stable. So today is definitely a right side, left side. We have a pushing day. Friday will be a pulling day, but I'll show you all the choices when you get to those things. We're also going to have the weight distribution on our legs today and Friday, so be ready for that. Again, you always have your adjustments along the way. We need to get to work. Our warm-up loops exist for a couple reasons. Well, today your warm-up loop exists to get your body ready. I'm not too worried about huffy-puffy hearts and knees, but again, I need your body ready for your unilateral and bilateral day. So we have our alternating warm-up exercise loops. We're going to do our 6 up. We'll do our ab core on the ground. We're going to come back up and do this again. When you're ready, take your time. 10 stationary reverse lunges. Remember, it's known as one of the safer lunges. I didn't say easier. You stay loaded on that front non-moving leg. You're not ignoring your stepping moving leg. You just don't want to use the stepping moving leg because then you're going to get your groin and hip flexors. You load that non-moving leg and you pull yourself up. 10 standing scissors. You want to lengthen all of those muscles you just turned on. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back, middle back, upper back. You're going to have little arms and shoulders with that mobility. Torque and leverage. Lengthen all those muscles you have to sit on while you work. I know all of you guys are really efficient. Alternating, balancing, lengthening, stiff-legged deadlifts. Again, kind of similar to the standing scissors, but now I want you to think dynamic lengthening, and then of course you're contracting. This is not a stretching exercise. You've got your balance, coordination, lengthen and contract. 10 alternating, standing, stiff-legged deadlifts. Breathe, lengthen, and focus. When you get done, you'll have your 10 standing runners. Now we're on to the mobility. You've got rotation, activation, breathe, a little more mobility at the joints with the spine and hips and knees and ankles. Maybe a little bit of rhythm happens. You'll have your stationary forward lunges, step, load, and push. Now, these aren't worse for you. They can be a little more jointy than the stationary forward lunge. They're also more muscle activation on your stationary forward versus your stationary reverse. 10 stationary forward lunges, quads, glutes, hamstrings, pushing. When that is done, you'll have your Jack LaLanne's. I do want you to think stretching. I don't want you to think flop over, stand up. So kind of like the stiff-leggeds, but I do want you to think a little more stretchy. Give a rotation. You gotta get tall. You gotta breathe. You gotta get tall. And now as some of you guys transition back to the gym or back to your office, which has a gym or whatever it is, remember, I'm not devalidating your 5 or 10 minute bike or treadmill running warm-up or rowing warm-up, but these dynamic warm-ups, don't forget about them. Utilize them as a good movement warm-up tool. 20 slow scissors, you won't do it again today. 20 slow runners, you won't do it again today. 20 slow swimmers, you won't do it again today. And we're gonna get up and get those warm-ups done one more time, and we're gonna start that workout. 20 sit-up scissors. Legs straight, arms straight, torque, leverage. Very similar to your standing scissor. You do get abs on both, you get more abs on this. 20, you won't do them again today. In fact, There are hardly any abs today. I want you to think about your core, even though we're not doing a lot of stability or balancing exercises. It'll just be part of the equation. 20 scissors, legs straight, arms straight, torque, leverage, and then 20 runners. When you get to your runners, you can either start from the ground, contract and rotate, or you can start from the up and work on lengthening, and you still have your rotation. Both are good. Mix them up. 20 slow runners. And when that's done, you're on your 20 swimmers. I like to start on my hands and knees for the mobility, balance, coordination, and then I like to finish off on my stomach for more contraction. You can mix them up as you wish. 20 swimmers. You won't do them again today. Again, today's warm-up, all about mobility, activation, kind of get into a rhythm. I'm not too worried about the overall needs of the day. Again, when you're on your hands and knees, you got more motion, more mobility, more balance, more coordination. You do get good activation. Laying on your stomach, you have a chance to get more contraction because you're supported and you don't have to worry about so much balancing. Upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes. Turn those muscles on. Breathe and focus. Wednesday morning. Again, we're going to have a right side circuit. We'll have a middle thing to do. We'll have a left side circuit. I do want to get a little bit more of that warm-up done. We're going to do our stationary reverse lunges one more time. If you want to hold weight, hold weight. If you don't want to hold weight, don't. 10 stationary reverse lunges. Hopefully you feel a little more activated than you felt when you first did them. Maybe your joints are a little more lubricated. Your muscles are a little more relaxed and ready to move. So they could feel easier, which is why you have the option of adding weight. 10 stationary reverse lunges. Don't necessarily go faster, but I want to be a little ahead of you. 10 standing scissors. So maybe that heart rate starts climbing up a little bit more. You get a little more blood flow, a little more heat in the body. 10 standing scissors. Lengthen and contract. Breathe. Alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. Again, we need to get these muscles warm. Hamstrings, glutes, your core, which includes the lower back. Balancing component, you're going to need that today on the leg stuff. I'm not super focused on balancing and stability today, but it will be part of the equation because of the weight. After your 10 standing stiff-legged deadlifts or alternating stiff-legged deadlifts, you've got your standing runners. 10 standing runners for mobility, activation, rotation. Again, I want to be a little bit ahead of you. You should not be right where I'm at. After the standing runners, you're on your stationary forward lunges. Step, load, push. Step, load, push. And then you'll have those Jack LaLannes, and then it's time to start working out. And again, sometimes I really focus on the warm-up like today, so we get your body ready. 10 Jack LaLannes. Breathe and focus. Lengthen and contract. You gotta get up so you can consistently and effectively and repeatedly go back down. Finish off that warm-up loop when you can. I do need to start talking about the right side circuit coming up next, so we have enough time to get everything done. Again, about 2 15-ish minute circuits with a little 5-minute middle, so there's your 30-35 minutes. All right, your right side pushing upper body, which we have done before. You can lay on anything, ball, ground, bench, and do a right side chest press. So if you want chest, lay on something. If you want shoulders, you can sit tall or stand tall on your right side shoulder press. And if you want triceps, you've got your right side tricep kickbacks. So you can mix and match as you wish if you don't really care about getting a certain muscle group. If you want all chest, lay on something. If you want all shoulders, sit tall or stand tall. Or if you want all triceps, get low, stay low, and push. 30 down by 5. We've done that before. 30 down by 5 on the right side push, which means the weight is going to be in your right hand. When we get to our legs, the weight needs to be in our left hand so our right hand can rest, and we're going to do single leg exercises. Friday, we won't be doing that, but we'll do something similar. When you're ready, lay on something if you want chest, sit or stand on something if you want shoulders, or get low, stay low if you want triceps. 30, round 1, 30, push. I'll talk to you about the legs in a second. Remember, today, I'm not worried about stability or balancing as we have done before. So if you're laying on something like a ball, cool, hips high, core tight, breathe. If you're on a bench and you need more foundation, you can have your feet on the bench or ground. But if you do want to work on some stability, you can have your legs up. Again, you don't have to today. If you're doing your shoulders right, you can sit really tall or stand really tall. You could kneel tall. You could switch up your legs. You could stand on one leg if you want to. If you want your shoulders, you're pushing above your head. If you want your chest, you're pushing in front of your body. And if you want your triceps, you're pushing behind your body on your tricep kickbacks. 30. We're going to go down by 5 on our right side push, which we have done before. But I think we did this like in week 7, like workout 17, something like that. We had stability and balancing weeks where I wanted you to really focus on that. Today, I just want you to focus on the push. Left hand, right leg, stiff-legged deadlifts. So only your right leg, the weight is in your left hand, and you're gonna cross balance. That doesn't mean you shift a whole bunch. I don't want you going down to the middle because there is no middle. You go down to your right toe. So this circuit is all right side work. We're gonna push on our right upper body, and currently we're pulling on our right lower body. But there's gonna be a natural weight displacement when you go left hand, right toe. You won't do right leg stiff-legged deadlifts again. We have 5 different right legs. We're gonna pull, push, and then our hip bridge, which you could put in the pull category. You could also put it in the push category, but thinking hamstrings and glutes. 20 right leg stiff-legged deadlifts. You won't do your right leg again today. And of course, Katie's doing her left leg again. I don't know how many times. Can somebody help me out here? Right leg, right side circuit. Alrighty, I'm being serious. You think I'm joking? Right side, Katie. 25 push. Now I'm gonna mix it up just so you guys see everything. But you can do all chest if you want to do all chest. You can do all shoulders if you want to do all shoulders. You can do all triceps if you want to do all triceps. If you're laying on something, you're choosing chest. If you're tall, you're choosing shoulders. Katie, slow down. You're double timing my reps. 25 reps takes about 1 minute and 15 seconds. Give or take 2.5 to 3 second reps. You could sit tall or kneel tall or stand tall on shoulders. You can get low, stay low, push on tricep kickbacks. You can lay on something and do chest. Again, we've done these things before. The goal is that you're gonna maximize your motion, maximize your position, and you're gonna push. Next week, we'll do some stability and balancing things. 25 right pushes. The weight is in your right hand on your pushing. The weight is going to be in your left hand on your stationary forward lunge. And just in case you forgot, right leg is going to step in front of you. Right leg is going to push you back. If the weight is down, it pulls you down. You've got to work on staying really tall. If the weight is up, your core will turn on more. So feel free to mix up the weight. The weight is in your left hand, either up or down. Right leg, 20, stationary forward lunge. Right leg is always 20. You're not going to be super sore after today because single-sided upper body, it does burn, but you're not going to be, oh my God, I did all this chest today, even though you could do all chest. And the legs, you're going to do pulling, pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling. So again, they're not going to be crazy, but those sneaky little muscles we need to turn on sometimes. When you're ready, 20 right side push, right side only. Then you have a different right leg. During your pushing, you could be as strong foundation as you want. You could work on stability and balance if you want to. You definitely don't have to. Laying on something is chest. Sitting tall, standing tall, shoulders. Getting low, staying low, pushing behind you is triceps. 20, right side push. So you'll eventually do 105 right side pushes to go with your 100 right leg reps. It's 205 right side total reps. Weight will be in your left hand. Again, the weight can either be up or down. When the weight is down, it pulls you down. You have to work harder to stay square. When the weight is up, you get a little more core. Your right leg is not going to move. Your right leg is stationary. Your left leg is moving. And yes, I want this knee drive. That knee drive will keep your glutes activated. Stationary, reverse lunge with a knee drive. The weight is in your left hand and your right leg is not moving, but it is the working leg. Right leg, stationary, reverse lunge with a knee drive. So don't get me wrong, you're going to get your glutes the most today because your glutes always turn on. However, the stiff-legged deadlifts, the stationary reverse lunges, and the hip bridges are going to be more hamstring glutes. So don't get me wrong, they're going to burn. I don't think you'll be sore from today. You'll have those two pushing ones, stationary forward lunge. The next round is lateral lunge, so you're going to push, blah, blah, blah. Big, deep breath. We're not in a hurry. Round 4, if and when, sorry, not if, when you get there. 15, right, push. And then again, like I said, we're going to do the lateral lunge, but don't be in a hurry to get there. That weight will be in the left hand as you do a right leg stationary pushing lateral lunge. 15, right, push on your upper body. Breathe and focus. If you think you're going to be home for a while longer, I definitely challenge you to get on Amazon. They have done a good job. Amazon Basics has done a good job of loading up on kettlebells and dumbbells, and actually at a very good price. If you go on Craigslist, you're still going to get gouged. So if you're going to be home for a while and you want to keep doing this stuff, I wouldn't mind if you got a couple more weights. Alrighty, right leg is gonna move. Left hand has it down in the middle. Step to your right, push with your right. Don't worry about your left leg. Now, you gotta be cognizant of it, right? Don't stretch your left leg because then you're gonna use your left leg. Load your right leg. Right leg stepping, pushing you back. Quads, glutes, hamstrings. The walking version is pulling, and of course if you use your left leg to pull you up, I'm not going to see you for a long time. This is a very tough position, especially if you have load. Right leg, stationary, lateral, lunge, 20 reps. This is set number 4. Steady and consistent, and you guys all know me well. We're pushing on our upper body today. We're going to pull on Friday. We're doing our single leg exercises today. We're going to do our squat stuff on Friday against similar weight things. Round 5, 10 right push. You're going to be on the ground anyways for your right leg, single leg hip bridge. And remember Monday we didn't do single legs, we did both legs. 10 right push. When you get to your hip bridge, that foot can be higher if you want it. You need to work harder to get your motion. You can have your hips weighted. You need to work harder to maintain your motion, or you can not do any of those and just do your right leg hip bridge. Left leg over right. Weight on hips is optional. Foot higher is optional. 20 right hip bridges to finish off your right leg. You'll then do 5 on your pushes, and then we have a 5-minute middle isometric core and legs before we do our left side. So 10 right push, 20 right hip bridges, and then 5 right push end of circuit. So after you do that hip bridge, please do your 5 right push, and then get your space ready for wall sits and planks. You can just do wall sits, you can just do planks, or you can mix them up. You'll see here in a second. After that 20 right hip bridge, you're on your 5 right push. Now I know we have done a lot of wall sits and planking, and I understand that. I like to mix it up in your head. The other day we did 5 sets of 30 seconds. A couple days before that we did 3 different 1 minutes. And a couple days before that you did the 3-minute challenge, blah, blah, blah. Today you have a 5-minute middle. If you're not wall sitting, you're planking. And if you're not planking, you're wall sitting. So you can either focus on your planks, you can focus on your wall sits. Don't hurt yourself going between the two quickly, but I want your stuff close to you so you literally go from the wall to the ground to the ground to the wall. 5 minutes. Isometric legs, non-moving contraction. Isometric core, non-moving contraction. 5 minutes. Ready? Set. And go. 5 minutes. Now, you can plank the whole time if you want to. You can wall sit the whole time if you want to. You can mix it up a little bit every minute, and at the halfway point I'll give you the time. So if you wanted to make a formal halfway change, cool. If you just want to know the time, you're going to hear it every minute. Not our first time. All of you have done lots of wall sits and lots of planking. When this circuit's over, the nice thing is we have the left side the way to the right side. It doesn't mean I want you to go faster. Human nature says when I know what to do, I go faster. And there's a couple people on this call that I need to slow down so you simulate your left the way you did your right. A little slower, a little heavier, a little more balanced. You are 1 minute in. A little Wednesday morning. Little do-run-run, do-run-run. Went out yesterday, got to see some of my Talking Rain peeps. They're on this phone call. We did a little phone call, a Zoom call. We did a little, put the treadmill in, take a couple things out, tidy it up a little bit. Got some tray snacks. You guys know I don't push product at all. Can't stand it. However, if you ever see Trey, T-R-E, in the energy drink aisle, it has been my favorite for a very long time. I do drink energy drinks. Rockstar, the non-carbonated one is my favorite. 2 minutes in, 3 to go until I made Trey. There's several flavors. I think you can buy them at Bartell's. Again, I'm not here to sell you anything. They're juice flavor, they're tasty, they're hydration, they're energy. Anyhow, somebody left some in my car, my truck, and I really appreciate that. You are halfway there, halfway. If you're making changes, make the changes quickly. You are 3 minutes in, 2 minutes to go. I don't want other things. I don't want squats or lunges or sit-ups unless you really, 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 really need to. I want you to wall sit or plank or wall sit. I should have said it earlier. If you really wanted to do cardio, run, row, or bike, now could have been a good time, so I apologize. Could have been a good little alternative to mixing it up. I mean, I've done these things for years, and I'm not going to lie. I've gotten so much better at wall sits and planking. Really, wall sits. My wall sits have come a long way. And like, I grew up doing that stuff, and I always sucked at it until I've done them so many times the last months. You are 4 minutes in, 1 minute to go. Work on breathing, and all I really want to do is breathe. If you breathe in your nose and breathe out your mouth, your body can take up to 20% more oxygen. And people don't do it because they get woozy in the head. Well, guess what oxygen is? Oxygen is a gas. So don't be surprised if you haven't taken a big deep breath in your nose and breathe out your mouth and you get a little high for a second. Now, it won't happen repeatedly because your body will absorb it and get used to it. But if you breathe in your nose and breathe out your mouth, you're going to exclude all that carbon dioxide. You're going to get all the bad stuff out, and you're going to get all the oxygen in. And again, don't be surprised when you do it for the first time. You kind of get a little like, woo, a little woozy. Oxygen is a gas. You might get a high. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Oh yeah. See? Look at that. No big deal. We're cruising right along. Now, you know what's coming. It doesn't mean I want you to go faster. We have our left side circuit. I want you to force yourself to slow it down and do it right. And clearly I'm going to be here. At the end, I'm going to stretch at the end. If you want to join me, awesome. If you have cardio tools at the end, because we're going to finish like at 6:44. If you want to finish off with 3 or 5 minutes of cardio, what a great day to do it, because today has been kind of easy. All right, left side push for 30, slow it down, and you're gonna have your right hand, left leg, stiff-legged deadlifts. I'm not saying it to go faster, I'm saying it so you get it done. If you're motivated to get some cardio at the end, awesome. If you're motivated to join me for a little stretch, awesome. 30, left side push. Remember, we have a balanced side. We have an acute side. Just because you're right-handed doesn't directly mean you're going to be stronger on the right side. You're going to be used to using it. You might be more mobile on the left. You just might be unbalanced on the left. Unless you're left-handed, right? That's that balancing component. You might throw a ball right and catch the ball left, so you're used to doing things. You actually could be stronger on your left. It just feels funny. 30, left side push. You have your right hand, left leg, stiff-legged deadlifts, unless your initials are K-E. K-E has to do her left, because she did her, she has to do her right, because she did her left earlier. I don't forget those things. You guys all know I don't forget that stuff. I might forget every other thing in my life, but I don't forget those things. Right arm, left leg, balancing, loaded, lengthening, contracting. You might feel a little awkward when you do the opposite arm, opposite leg. 20 is the number on all of your left legs. We're supposed to do them the way we did our right legs, but it just might feel way different. That weight distribution is different. That balancing component on one side versus the other side is different. You might be more mobile. You might be more powerful. You might not feel a single thing. And if that's the case, then go buy more weight, because I want you to feel that weight distribution. There's no rush. We need to simulate what we did on our left, what we did on our right. And that means 20 reps on the legs takes about a minute. That means your upper body will rest about a minute, minute and 10. So you repeat everything very similarly. Round 2. Not saying you have to be there, but if you're there, 25 left push. And then right arm, left leg, stationary forward lunge. Your left leg will step forward on your stationary forward lunge. Wow. Oh, this left side is weaker by all means. Oh, baby. Round 2, 25 left push, right arm, left leg, stationary forward lunge. Take your time. Your left leg will step in front of you. Breathe and focus. When that weight is down, the weight pulls you down. Your body has to work harder to stay square and tall. When the weight is up, your body's core will turn on a little bit more. So mix it up. Just don't be surprised if it feels different versus what you did earlier. Work. Again, these workouts are great to do every once in a while. You don't want to do a bunch of right side, left side circuits, because then it will exacerbate the problem that already exists. Your body already has a natural imbalance because of what we do. Doing this occasionally is a good reminder, so you think about it. You work on little things here and there. Maybe you do a warm-up set of a left leg stationary reverse lunge to get caught up. So there's ways to balance your body out. But then if you do this all the time, then you take those strengths and you make them stronger and the weaknesses get weaker. Round 3, 20 left side push, and then right arm has the weight. Left leg won't be moving on your stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. 20, left push, and then you'll have your left leg stationary reverse lunge. Remember, if you worked on a little bit of balance or stability earlier, try to repeat that. Today's focus was not that. It just could have been part of the equation if you wanted it to be. You could be as stable as you want and work on that load and that push. You could get as unstable as you want, but we're going to do that stuff next week. Round 3, 20, left push, and then the weight is in your right arm. Your right leg will be moving, but your right leg will not be working. Left leg, stationary, reverse lunge with a knee drive. Same rules apply. When that weight is down, it pulls you down and sideways. Your body has to work really hard to stay tall. When that weight is up, your core naturally turns on more. You might lose a little bit of motion, but that's okay today. Left leg is not moving. Left leg is working on your stationary reverse lunge with a knee drive. 20. Steady, consistent, effective. Easy breezy. Work hard. Wednesday morning. When you get there, round 4 is 15, left push, weight in the right hand, left leg on your lateral lunge. 15, left push, 20, left leg stationary, your left leg is stepping on your lateral lunge. And my right shoulder, left shoulder, woo, massive difference. My right chest, left chest, less feelable. So when you really feel an imbalance, like I'm feeling, when you do your warm-ups, it's a great time to do, or even cool-downs, a great time to do just in one set of that imbalancing exercise. So you don't do a whole bunch of left side stuff or right side stuff, but it's a good time to work on those things balancing out. Round 4 is a left push 15. Weight is in your right hand. Left leg is stepping laterally. Left leg, lateral lunge. You pulled on your stiff-legged deadlift. You pushed on your stationary forward lunge. You pulled on your stationary reverse lunge. You're pushing on your stationary lateral lunge. We've had weight distribution. We've been forcefully resting our left hand so the right hand has the weight. But those little weight changes go a long ways. And you don't want to do it all the time. It's a good little switch to what we've been doing. Almost done. Doesn't mean I want you going faster. If you have time at the end, you got 3 to 5 minutes of cardio. And if you don't have time at the end, you can leave. I'm going to do a couple stretches that you've done a million times. We'll have the opposite of this workout on Friday. When you're there, round 5 is 10 left push. You're on the ground for your left leg hip bridge. Then you have your 5 left push. You can be all done, or you can stretch with us, or do cardio on your own. Again, nothing crazy. Ten left push, right leg over left for your left side hip bridge. Your foot could be elevated. You have to work harder to get that motion. Your hips can be weighted. You need to work harder to maintain that motion. And or nothing, get it up there. 20 left hip bridge. Then you have your 5 left push. And if you gotta go, you gotta go. If you have time, stretch or cardio. It'd be a great day to finish off a little formal sweat if you have that ability. After that 5 left push, again, I know it's a couple minutes early. That was done with intent. We've also done a lot of agility and stuff finishing off the last couple workouts. So you can either stretch with me or go to 3 to 5 minutes cardio. Or, remember, cardio could be proportional to what you have. You can finish off with 5 minutes of running high knees or walking high knees or butt kicks or jumping jacks or jump squats or split jumps or burpees. Or you can go get on a machine, run, row, bike, run around the building, 5 minutes of stairs, doing something. That would be great. Anyhow, I'm going to start stretching. Right leg is out in front, not technically a hurdler stretch. That left leg would be back. I personally have never been able to do that very well. I want you to work on lengthening. Again, we've talked about it before. I'd rather you have that leg straight, but not locked, and that toe pointed up to the ceiling. Light, long stretches, no bouncing. If you ever need to have a towel or something to wrap around your toe, awesome. If you can pull back on your toe, that will get your popliteal. It's your knee unlocking muscle behind your knee. Don't start with it, but it's a great way to advance your stretch. Light, long hamstring, and then as you get into it, you can pull back on that toe, and then it'll get your calves a little bit, and your popliteal or popliteal, your knee unlocking muscle. I'm going to switch to my legs. Left leg will be out in front. Light, long stretches. Breathe. Again, I always start with this one. You're supported on the ground. You lengthen your hamstrings. You're not contracting other muscles to do so. That's stretching. Yoga is awesome. People are like, oh, I stretch all the time. I go to yoga. Kind of an incorrect statement. You lengthen all the time, but you contract something to lengthen something. You support yourself in a position so you can lengthen a muscle. I'm not saying yoga is bad for you. Yoga is not direct stretching. Light and long. Elongate those hamstrings. Keep those toes pointed up to the ceiling. Your leg is straight, but not locked. When you're ready, right leg over left, and then look over your right shoulder. Oh my goodness. Your cute trainer is way back there waving at you. Hi, cute trainer. Oh wait. Nobody? Really? And then you'll switch, left leg over right, look way over your left. Oh, I like it. Nice, good stretch. There's rotation of your spine. So of course all the muscles around your spine are lengthening on one side, unfortunately shortening on the other side. And you got a little hip, little push-pull of the hips, and you're gonna breathe. Light, long rotation. When you're done, you'll be laying down on the ground. Pull that leg up. Now remember, this is one is a muy importante one. Keep the down leg down and pull the up leg up. That way you get your groin on the down leg. You get your hamstring origin and glutes and lower back on the up leg. But that down leg groin is what we're actually going for as well. If you can straighten that up leg a little bit, cool. Hamstring origin, glute, lower back on the up leg, groin on the down leg. light and long, and pulling that leg up, not pushing that leg down on your body. And you're slowly bringing it across your body. Oh yeah. You might have a self-adjustment in there. Lots of moving parts. Take a couple big, deep breaths. And then slowly come out of that. Don't tighten everything up, you just loosen up. You'll pull that other leg up. You'll keep that down leg down as you pull that up leg up. Remember, don't be surprised if you feel that down leg groin, up leg, hamstrings, glutes, lower back, down leg, groin, light, long stretch. Breathe and focus. When you're ready, you're going to bring it across your body. Light, long rotation. Take a couple big, deep breaths when you're in that position. Remember, breathing in your nose and out your mouth. Your body will take up 20% more oxygen. That is, if you have a clear nose, breathe in that nose deep and breathe out your mouth. Don't be surprised if you get a little woozy. You'll slowly come out of that position. Don't tighten everything up. One more stretch. You're on your knees. Good posture. Remember, we are going for your hip flexor. We're not trying to get your groin on this one. Too wide of feet, we don't get there. Too narrow of feet, you're going to get your quad origin. So find the right feet width, and you want to be tall. Leaning on your leg is not stretching. Sitting really tall, kneeling tall is stretching. Last stretch. Breathe and rotate. Happy Wednesday. And again, we'll switch. Oh, I love it. And Friday, we'll do the opposite of today. We'll do our pulling on our up body. We'll do our weight distribution on our squat. So it'll be very, very similar to today. We'll do a 5-minute agility cardio middle. So again, it'll be basically the opposite of today. And of course, when you get done, have fun, work hard, play hard. Don't be in a hurry to go sit down and work. It'll be there all day long. Thanks for your hard work today.